And the but is, it takes a lot of guts from the labor unions, first of all. I think, and that is my experience, I had the chance to organize a seminar a couple of years ago where we tried to get a lot of people from the Greek labor union, I think it's called, and the training, what is called CANEP, I think it's called, people from CANEP. A lot of young people from the labor side to join in, and there were also people from the academic world, and there were people from the government. The Secretary General of the Ministry of Labor at the time was there, and a lot of other people. It was quite interesting. We had a very, very big discussion on this issue of flexicurity and flexible labor market. And where we brought down to participate in this seminar, first of all, a member of the Danish Parliament, a Social Democrat, been the speaker for labor issues for many years. And then we brought one representative from the Danish Employers Organization, Federation, and one representative from the Danish Labor Union. And I think one of the biggest eye-openers for many of the participants, there were about 120, 25 participants, and most of them, or many of them, were from the labor union side here in Greece, was to see at the podium the member of the labor union, the representative of the Danish labor union, sitting next to the representative of the Danish employers union, speaking the same language, being in agreement on anything. And what they told me, many of them, the participants there, said to me, this is almost inconceivable in a Greek context, because you will not find that they sit down together from the labor union and the employers organization, the Federation of Employers, together and work out, mostly in a quiet, constructive manner, the model for the labor market. We are, in the context, the way of looking at it in Greece would be, we are opposing factors, and we do not negotiate, we fight for our rights. And I think a little bit, if I may be so blunt, and you have many years of politics behind you, my experience from looking at the Greek political stage, the Greek parliament, is almost the same if I look at Nea Demokratia and PASOK. Even when you find an issue that both sides agree on up to 95% even, you will not find an agreement in Parliament. They will fight to death against something that they believe in if it's proposed by the other party. I may be exaggerating a little bit, and I apologize if I'm stepping on political toes. That is not necessarily my intention, but you ask a question, would it be possible in Greece? And I think you have to change a little bit the mentality. Of course it's possible, and I think even it's not just possible, but it may even be necessary. And if I look at the political side, one of the biggest problems that Greece will be facing in the years to come will be your pension reforms. I mean, in 2, 3, 4 years, funds are simply running out. You will not be able to pay the pensions that you have to pay. And how are you going to deal with that if you don't sit together, both sides, whether it's out in the labor market, the labor unions and the Federation of Industries and the employers' organizations, on the other hand, and in Parliament, you have to find out a solution. And I'm sorry to say, it cannot be a 4-year solution. And then we change next time Nea Demokratia comes to power, and then we change next time PASOK comes to power. Because we're talking about people's future. We're talking about 30 years ahead. So I think this is an area where, if you really look at it, pension reforms, it's a sticky issue, and I know it's going to get thousands of people out in the streets in front of the Parliament building in Syntagma Square, and there will be demonstrations, and there will be a lot of fighting on the issue. But I think really this is a crucial issue where you could see, if people could realize that it's in everybody's interest, that you could see a way of working together to find that result. Because how else is it going to work? How are you going to have pension reforms that change every pension rules that change every 4 years? You can't. You're dealing with people's future, 10, 20, 30 years from now. You have to find a sort of a stable ground on this issue and many other issues. And I think the negotiation model as we have it, the collective bargaining model as we have it on the labor market, in that sense has proven successful. I will be a liar if I say it's always working well. And we also have mass demonstrations. It's many years ago since we really had a lot, but we've had it. Of course we have. I mean, no model is perfect, and ours is not. But I think the very essence of bargaining between the social partners, making the agreement there where it matters, is very important, because you stick by it afterwards.